So one of the things that's helped me along my journey the most to really learn how to trust myself and come into alignment with like my true, most authentic version. And this is something that if you work with me, I teach you how to do. And I'm going to share a little bit of it with you here, is to ask yourself empowering questions. And so when I say that, let me just qualify what it is. Instead of saying things like, what am I doing wrong? Why isn't this working? What's going on? Instead of asking things like that, that's kind of coming from a victim standpoint. I mean, to go within and start asking yourself questions. And when I say yourself, what I mean is like, however you want to look at that, like your soul, your higher self. But really when I think of it, I'm like going deeply into like really the depths of who I am, like who I am at my core. And I'm accessing that part of me that's infinite, that's not limited, that part of me that transcends this persona. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay. So what I'm going to do, actually, I'm just coming up with this now, is I'm just going to lead you through like how to really connect with yourself. So, if you're in a space where you can just close your eyes and tune in for a second, you can place one hand over your heart, you can place another hand over your belly and just really tune in. Close your eyes, just tune into your core, your center. And if you don't know what that means, just really kind of think of you're turning your attention away from the outside world. You're disconnecting from your mind, from everything you think you are. And you are just being willing to kind of sit in the stillness without really knowing, and just being okay to sit with that and really just land. And you will find yourself breathing more deeply and just connecting, and you will get to a space where it feels familiar. Okay, so connect with that space, and then you can ask questions like this: show me what I really want. You can say something like, I'm willing to let go of my rigid beliefs around this. I'm willing to see things differently. Is there something that's more true to me here? I'm willing to release my attachment to what I think I know. I'm willing to release my attachment to who I think I am. And I'm willing to crack open and allow for even more of my soul to be expressed. You can ask, if you're looking for specific guidance on something, what is it that I need to know about this? What is it that I'm not seeing? What am I ready to take a look at? You can ask questions like that. Yeah, you can get help from mentors, right? Like, it's amazing. I've worked with mentors. I love working with my clients, but really a good mentor is going to help you learn how to go in and access the wisdom that's already within you. And then it's another thing to like actually trust it and walk that out. That's something that, there were certain themes and messages that my soul had been telling me for freaking years. And like only in the last year or two did I finally get my mind on board with it. Like the answers were there, I just wasn't trusting it, or it was like I knew it was possible, but I didn't really fully get it. And it took me time. And that integration happened when I really learned how to trust myself, and I stopped always seeking outside of myself for the answers. And again, I'm not saying like, if there's someone you resonate with who's really helping you grow, or who's a little bit ahead of you and can help you, that's great. But at the end of the day, you need to trust yourself. And one of the biggest things I see when my clients come to me is that they've been scattering their energy, watching like 20 million YouTube videos and implementing nothing. And it's not because they're not intelligent, not at all. The women who come to me are very, very smart. It's just that like they overload. Oftentimes the women who are drawn to me are like in that masculine energy. They're overachievers. They're like really looking, and they want answers, right? Like you're wanting to grow. That's why you're looking for answers. But at some point you have to trust yourself enough to just implement it. So what I would say is, one, practice tuning within. And if you don't know what to ask for, just be like, I'm here and I'm listening, and see what comes up. And it might start as a feeling. You might get information. Sometimes it may just be your mind messing with you and you got to learn how to decipher, but practice. And then I would say practice looking at where are you like consuming too much. I would really check in and see who really resonates with you, and like actually commit to implementing like one way instead of like just frantically looking for information, because that's not going to serve you. And I'll just wrap this up here. You know, something important to remember is that your entire experience, the way you are experiencing this entire world, it's all happening within your own conscious awareness, okay? So if you believe that you don't have the answers, you're going to have a real experience of that, okay? And just because someone on YouTube is saying X, Y, and Z rules, this is what you need to do. Oh, this is how you run a business. Oh, this is how you scale to 100K months. Like, this is, you know, like how you manifest your SP, whatever. Like, that's not true. If you hear something that doesn't feel good to you, reject that, okay? Like, step into your power and decide what you're going to believe, because literally you're going to experience what you believe, point blank, okay? The people in your world are going on in your conscious awareness, okay? And it's up to you what you accept and reject, okay? So just be smart. You know, my goal with my free content, my goal with my programs, my goal with my coaching, with my readings, everything I do is to really give you the tools and help you learn how to take your power back and trust yourself, because that is the game changer. There's no like building a business formula that's going I don't know why I'm using that example today, but like, I think because that's one of the things that I got hung up on the most along my journey was like hiring business coach after business coach. And then I just kept getting to the same point where it's like, I'm not going to fucking do this shit. Like, I'm not going to fucking DM people. It's just not going to happen. Like, and I'm not going to take on 50 clients. Like, and I'm not going to hustle. And I was like, all right, so I'm just like not available for that. Then that means I'm going to need to fucking decide what I want and how I want to do it. And even if I don't see any proof of anyone doing that way, I'm going to need to back my own ass on this, because deep down I know I'm creating my reality and I don't choose the way I see it being done. And guess what? It works. And I don't have a big audience, but I'm on a lot of different platforms and the right people find me. And you know, I did that when I healed my acne. I did that when I healed myself from my autoimmune. I did that with like healing my trauma. Like I hired so many people from a fearful state, from a state of not trusting myself, of like wanting a quick fix, like being like, this is going to be the program that like changes my entire fucking life. And then we'd be like, oh. And sometimes it was because it was not the best program. And then other times it was like, well, at some point you have to trust yourself, right? So like, I'm very careful with the way I mentor, like to just not put limits on you. But even this, like if you're hearing something in this and you're like, I don't want that to be true for me, like don't make it fucking true for you. Like you decide. Start checking in with yourself. If something makes you feel tight and tense, that's a good sign that it's not in alignment for you. If it feels like more expansive, sometimes it can feel exciting, a little nervous, but if it feels more expansive, that's it.